We're all having to watch the action from home or even gardens this year at the Betfred World Snooker Championship, but it hasn't stopped some cracking performances on the table as we reach day 7 at the Crucible, including an incredible maximum 147 break from John Higgins this morning in his close encounter against Kurt Mafflin. The Wizard of Wishaw sprinkled a little bit of magic on the bays in Sheffield. Let's just watch that final black go in.
John Higgins to continue a path started by Cliff Thorburn. This for the 11th Crucible maximum.
147.
What a moment for John Higgins. Sensational display in what has turned into a high-class match. A 147 and a broad smile from John Higgins. A moment of Crucible history.
Great stuff, just working on a bit of potting myself. John Higgins, that was his 10th ever 147 in a competitive environment. And we caught up with the victim of his very first maximum break.
My last 2 frames on television was against Scotland, playing for Northern Ireland. And I beat Stephen Hendry on the pink. And then I had to play John Higgins. I broke off and John Higgins made his first ever maximum break. Hadn't even done one in practice. That was his first. And sure enough, I think he's the only one that's ever done it in a 1-frame match. He's gone on to, I think it's 9 or 10 maximum breaks that John has made now. He's third in line only to Ronnie O'Sullivan and Stephen Hendry. A fantastic achievement.
One of the shocks of the first round was that Mark Allen, the pistol, being knocked out by Jamie Clarke. And we caught up with a Welshman who was discussing his snooker idols.
Oh, loads of top players. Obviously, you watch Ronnie growing up. I was a huge fan of John Higgins. I played in Terry Griffiths' club since I was the age of 7 or 8 years old. He's, an idol. There's several. Mark Selby, I've watched for 15 years. You just hope one day you get to play them on big stages. And for a lot of people, it doesn't happen. And I've been very fortunate that it sort of happened to me the last week. I've been very lucky.
Jamie Clarke also said that he owes plenty to the last champion from Llanelli, who also qualified to get to the Crucible some 40 years ago.
And Terry Griffiths won it as a qualifier?
Yeah. I keep telling him I was lucky, second best player to come internationally here. And he still doesn't believe me for some reason. I don't know why, but he's a legend. And if I can achieve, it sounds a bit cheesy, but if I can achieve % of what he did, I will have a good career,
You can watch the full interview with Jamie Clarke on all our Betfred social media channels. There's other shock in the first round as well, as seeded Stephen Maguire succumbed 10-3 to Martin Gould. This afternoon, the current world champion Judd Trump is in action against Yao Bingtao, and also Mark Williams continues his second round clash against Stuart Bingham, clash of 2 former world champions, that one. And this evening, we've got the conclusion of John Higgins' game against Kurt Mafflin. That's all square at 8-8. And also this evening, Mark Selby continues his game against Noppon Sangam. The 3-time world champion resumes 5-3 down in that one. Let's join Dennis Taylor then and get his thoughts on tonight at the Crucible.
Oh, I think even without the crowd, the standard is so high, and we might even see a record number of century breaks. I think we're up to 40, maybe 41 at the moment. So the record could be beaten because all the players are playing fantastically well. They're all well prepared for it. Okay, there's a little bit of a lack of atmosphere with no crowd there, but they know the importance of lifting that Betfred World Championship. And I think it's going to be as good a World Championship as we've seen for quite a number of years.
Betfred, proud sponsor of the World Snooker Championship.